What's up, guys? It's your boy Kodak, and we're back.
It's your boy Jack, and
today we will be doing our top 10 favorite Scooby-Doo movies. And just so a disclaimer, this is our opinion only. Our criteria is funniness, creativeness, and also we will be using it on plot, movie, monster, and even some of the actors might have opinion on our movie, on their opinion on the movie. And I'm gonna pass it over to Trent to start off with his number 10.
all right, okay. So my number 10 here. What do we have for Jack? Blue Falcon. Here's why. In the great words of Chris Jericho, you made the list. All right. Scooby-Doo and the Blue Falcon. It's simply because I rewatched it again. Not all that recently, but I rewatched it again. And I actually found it to be pretty humorous. And I love Comic-Con. And the best part of the entire movie, Adam West, the original Batman, voices Blue Falcon. This is great. And great send-off to Adam West because he died recently after. R.I.P. Adam West. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Kodak for his number 10.
Number 10, Monster Mexico. This is kind of hits home close to me, because my dad used to tell me a story about Bigfoot and stuff, and it really reminded me of that, and I've always just loved Bigfoot. It's always been like a good thing that I'd like to talk about.
That'll probably come up in a later video too.
Monster Mexico, it's a great movie all around. It has like the Mexican culture, the pyramids, ancient architects, and it's also just a really funny movie. Like if you just sat there and listened to some of the jokes, you'd be dying of laughter. And I've watched it about 50 times, and I've never got old of it. It's never got old to me. It's just overall a great movie. And I'm gonna pass it over to Trent for his number 9.
Alright. It's your boy Jack back again. My number 9 is Scooby-Doo Curses Speed Demon. I love the Tombstone Power Driver at the end. It was made even better by the fact that this movie is so overly to the top animated. So he went up like 30 feet in the air for that Power Driver though. And it was great. And I also got to see Miz fight Red Skull, which was pretty funny. I'm going to pass it over to Kodak for his number 9.
My number 9 is Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf. One of the best things about this movie is that it's never been done before. Never before has one, like, this is the first time it's done it. I guess you can say Goblin King did it too, but before Goblin King, this is the original where actually a part of the gang turns into a monster. And it's a race. I mean, I don't like racing that much, but this actually is pretty funny. And I just love the Hunch Bunch. They're so funny and stuff. And I just love listening to the scene where Crunch is grabbed this like freezing thing and he's pointing it to awaken Shaggy and the gang. And then he turns it on. He said, Roger. He said, I'm not Roger, I'm Crunch. And then Dracula's like, you're gonna be history if you don't get this thing out of my face. And it was just really funny. I used to always laugh at the moment.
I feel like that movie was really underrated because a lot of people give that movie a lot of poor props.
Yeah, and it's mostly because how old it was. And I'm going to pass it over to Trent for his number 8.
Alright. My number 8, guys. Alright. I like Chill Out Scooby-Doo. A lot of people might say that this movie was kind of weird, but I like the Russian hunter or whatever he was. He was really over the top, and I thought that's what made him really funny. That's one of the reasons why I like this movie so much, because he was so over the top that I thought it was ridiculous. And that's what made it so great about the character. He's probably one of my favorite characters. And this was the return of Dao Xiumen. That dude's epic. Dao Xiumen for president 2019. I'm going to pass it over to Kodak for his number 8.
My number 8 is Scooby-Doo Legend of the Phantosaur. This is a different twist of events on this one. This one was funny because Shaggy would turn all bad when he heard the word bad. And he would literally
bad as hell. He would Bruce Lee bad.
He beat the fuck out of a bunch of bikers in a gang. And he had a really sick ass biker race. And one of the bikers actually punches one of the dinosaurs in the face, and that has one of the best liners of the whole series. And I just love this movie. It's really funny. You should check it out if you haven't watched it before. And I'm passing over to Trent for his number 7.
The dinosaur got punched in the face, bro. Alright. Jack's number 7. Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. I recently actually got this game on emulator for my Android phone. It's awesome. I enjoy playing the game. I had the game as a kid, and it is so hard to find. At some point, once me and Kodak get our hands on a console version of the game, we are gonna do a playthrough for you. But until then, I'm just gonna have to talk about this movie. The fact that they went into the cyber world and saw themselves from the 1960s, that was awesome. I enjoyed that scene a lot. And the cyber goat and the phantom virus, I thought was a really cool design. It was basic, but it was cool, and his voice was really intimidating to me as a child. I'm gonna pass it over to Kodak for his
Number 7.
number 7.
My number 7 is Scooby-Doo and the Samurai Sword. This one is really cool. It has different cultural events like how Monster Mexico did. It's in Japan. I also love like the end fight against with the samurai and Shaggy and Scooby. That was like the best fight scene in one of the movies, and it was actually a really good scene. And it was so serious, but it had like such a like goofy scene, but it had a serious tone to it. And I'm gonna pass over to Jack for his number 6.
All right. Woo! All right. My numeral 6. All right, guys. You ready for this epicness? Shaggy Showdown. I recently watched this movie. This movie came out just recently. It came out like 2017, like Kodak said, because he recently purchased the movie, and me and him watched it. I watched it on my own, and I feel like the movie was really good. I like the monster design a lot. That's one of the main points I'm going to make here, is that I enjoyed the monster design. And the backstory, which doesn't happen a lot nowadays in Scooby-Doo movies. There really isn't all that good of a backstory. But this one had it. It did. The monster design was good, the backstory was good. And I'm going to pass it over to Kodak for his number 5.
Number 6. And my number 6 is no other than... My number 6 is Scooby-Doo Stage Fright. I liked it because it was like a talent show. And that's one of the reasons I loved it. It was really funny. And I felt like Daphne and Shred would have won. But I liked how they did throw it for the girl that was going to lose her like farm and stuff. So I felt like that was really good that they threw it just so that she could keep her farm. And I really liked that movie. It was a really funny movie. And I'm going to pass it over to Trent for his number 5.
Yeah, bruh. Alright. Number 5, Witch's Ghost. This movie hits home for me because this was the first animated movie I watched as a kid. I like both witch designs. I like the whole Salem witch trials aspect. And I'm going to pass it over to Kodak for his number 5.
My number 5 is Scooby-Doo and Where's My Mummy. This one hits home close to my home. This is the first ever Scooby-Doo movie I've seen besides Monster Mexico. And I used to watch this one a lot when I had it as a kid, but then I lost it. And it really made me sad because I love this movie. I love the like Army of the Undead. And like I like the plot how they dressed up as it, and it was Velma. How like they also like set up to like make it so the treasure hunters wouldn't get like the treasure of Cleopatra. And it was just a really all-around good movie. It had really good scenes. You should watch it if you haven't. And I'm gonna pass it over to Trent for his number 4.
Woo! Okay. My number 4, Monster of Mexico. As Kodak explained before, me and him have watched this movie a lot. I like the monster design. He doesn't love a big purple guy. It was like Barney, but it wasn't stupidity. Yeah, I like the movie a lot. The Mexican culture, the architectural elements were really good. I enjoyed the design of the screen, of the shots, and the drawing. I enjoyed it a lot. And the design of the buildings, I felt like it was really well put together, and there was a lot of thought put into it. But I'm gonna pass it over to Kodak for his number 4.
My number 4 is Scooby-Doo and the Loch Ness Monster. The original debut of Del Chiman. And that's one of the movies this is one of the things that made it such a great movie. I love every movie that he's in, and he just makes it 10 times better. And this movie is no different. This movie has the Loch Ness Monster, and yeah, it made it a fake one. There's the 2 different fake ones, but at the end of the movie, you see the real one's tail as they're pulling out at the end of the movie. Yeah, but anyway, it was just a really good movie, and it was funny all around. If you like Loch Ness, like if you like Loch Ness Monsters and mythical creatures, you'll like this one. It also has like a really good vibe about how like the game and stuff in Scotland and stuff. It was a really good movie, and you should check it out. And I'm gonna pass it over to Trent for his number 3.
Alright, it's your boy Jack back again. And my number 3, Scooby-Doo Samurai Sword. Alright, the final ending fight scene, as Kodak put it, was epic as hell. It actually reminds me of some stuff from anime. That's how epic that was. I enjoyed the movie a lot all around. I like watching Daphne kick some ass. That was pretty cool. Pass it back over to Kodak for
Number 3.
He's number 3.
My number 3. My number 3 is Scooby-Doo meets the Blues Brothers. This movie will always get you to laugh. It has the best scenes. It has the extra hillbilly dude, the hillbilly's neighbor's sister that's trying to hit on Shaggy, the ape, the sheriff, the butler, all these extra characters that... All the fucking extra characters make this movie just a perfect movie, all around funny. And there were so many different monsters. The ape was a monster, there's the skeleton, there's the ghost of Shaggy's uncle. And the best thing, Shaggy inherits a mansion full of jewels and stuff. And the first clue is no other than in the fridge where he thinks Shaggy was trapped because how much he eats. And I'm going to pass it over to Trent for his number 2.
My number 2. Alright guys, this video is coming to an end. Alright, Scooby-Doo Camp Scare. Alright, I like this one a lot. I feel like it could have done just as well with only the Woodsmen. I almost feel like they almost put too much into it, and that's why it barely misses my number 1 spot. Also, number 1 is a little biased, but that's not the point here. I liked it a lot. Just because the whole Woodsman Jason aspect, it's something different that they've never done before. I'm going to pass it over to Kodak for his number 2.
My number 2 is Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. I love this movie. It's the only time that they have real monsters in an episode/movie. It's really funny. I like the plot, how like the zombies are trying to get back at the cat creature for turning them into zombies and stealing their like souls and stuff. And who can forget the Mojo, the fucking fast as fuck warthog looking motherfucker that chases Shaggy and Scooby into the hole where they meet and run into Morgan Moonstar. And yeah, it's scary. And now I'm gonna pass it over to Trent for his number 1.
Alright, so I see, I was going to do honorable mentions, but I'm a slacker. So, my number 1 is the one that Kodak actually just mentioned. I like Zombie Island. It was my favorite as a kid, it's still my favorite. And Morgan Moonstar rising for the first time is scary if you're a child. So, I'm going to pass it over to Kodak for his number 1. No.
I'm not going to do my honorable mentions just because Trent didn't do his. But I actually did mine, and my number 1 is actually Trent's number 2, Camp Scare. I love this movie. It's funny. It has 3 different things, and everybody thought it was supposed to be like a ripoff of Friday the 13th, which it kind of was. But that's what made the movie so great. This is like the first movie where they actually have like a serial killer as like a monster.
That barely ever happens.
And it actually is like a really good. Turns out. I mean, I feel like they could have got rid of the Banshee and made it way better because the Banshee barely got like any screen time. It was like maybe like a couple of minutes. And that is it, guys. Until next time, please like, subscribe, comment, subscribe.
Yep.